Morning everybody, I hope you're all doing very well today. I'm feeling okay, not too bad today. Anxiety's, but it's copable and, we're getting on with life. So today I thought we'd talk about something a little bit different. Reborn dolls. Yes, lifelike baby dolls used for therapy. Now, I've been in the Reborn community for a long time, almost 20 years, and excuse me, Reborn dolls are used a lot for therapy, dementia. A lot of women purchase Reborn dolls because they've lost a child, or they want to go back to the years where they had a little baby because all the children have grown up. And there's also the serious art collecting side of it. Now I've got with me today a baby. Now this is the Clyde Reborn sculpt from Bountiful Baby. Now these dolls are really they look realistic, they feel realistic. They're weighted so that I'm trying to do this so it looks good. So the head flops like a real baby. This one's got painted hair, but you can get them with rooted hair where they have mohair put into the head, one fibre at a time. It takes a long time, really time consuming, but it looks like realistic hair. And then we have, I don't know if you can see that, nails on the baby. And when you hold them, they feel just like you're holding a newborn, and they're very comforting. Now, you might think you're a weirdo because you're cuddling a baby doll. Actually, I made this baby. Yeah, I made this baby. I painted this baby. And I do sell these dolls. But I just wanted to talk on the therapy aspect of it, because in my experience, I'm going to put this baby down now. In my experience, when I've had somebody come to me that wants a reborn doll for some kind of therapy, they've either lost a baby or their children have flown the nest and they've got no grandchildren, and they really want something to cuddle and hold on to. It doesn't make them weird, it doesn't make them a loony by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, men have train sets, men have, they say the difference between men and boys is the price of their toys. So, men have expensive cars. My husband loves 4x4 cars. He loves going out on a dirt track in a 4x4 car and throwing himself around the countryside. Some women like to take their reborn dolls out in a pram or a stroller. Does that make them any different to somebody, having a train set? I think not. So anyway, my experience of people having reborn dolls for therapy was, I had a particular young lady that, now the trigger warning, we're going to talk about infant loss. So if you don't want to hear about infant loss, then I'll suggest that you watch another video, because this is what I'm going to be talking about in this particular segment. So anyway, there was a young lady and she had lost her son at 7 months old to sudden infant death syndrome, and she wanted a baby doll as a likeness to her son, where she was going to place her little boy's ashes in so that she could still cuddle him and love him and hug him and squeeze him. Is this a bad thing? I think grief you cannot judge how somebody deals with grief, and this was her way of dealing with the loss of her little boy. She wanted to hold her little boy, not as, she didn't want him on the side in a box. She didn't want the only physical thing that she had left of her little boy to be a box with ashes in it. And I completely understand that. So she asked me if I could make her a doll and put her little boy's ashes in it. Now, for me, this was quite a difficult thing to do. And in the end, she changed her mind and she got the funeral director to put a little boy's ashes in a teddy bear, which I thought, you know, was a lovely compromise, because she's still got that physical attachment to a little boy. Other people that purchase Reborn dolls are people that collect them. They love the artwork, they just have them on display. I remember years ago it used to be porcelain dolls, and I remember my mum, she had a shelf that went like a plate shelf that went round. It was like 3/4 of the way up the wall, all the way around a room, and she would put all her dolls, and every time you walked in this room you were just being stared at by these pot dolls. And that was another form of collecting a doll. And nowadays I think there's a lot of technology where you can get a realistic, and there's a lot of talented artists out there where you can get a realistic looking doll. So yeah, therapy, dementia therapy. I had a young lady that her grandma is in a care home, and the only thing that would really calm her down and stop her from being agitated and anxious was when she took her daughter in, and her daughter was still a baby, and when she held this baby, she was calm. She was a little bit more lucid, I suppose, because she was in the moment with this little baby. So she decided to come to me and ask me if I would make a doll, a sleeping baby, so that she could give it to her grandmother. And I have got video footage of her giving this to her grandmother, and it's absolutely beautiful the way that this lady interacts with this doll. And to this day, she's bedridden now, and she's not as she's on end of life care now, but she still has a baby in. They made a little cot out of a cardboard box and put frills and whatever on it for her, and I just thought it was absolutely lovely seeing this video of this lady having this beautiful connection with this doll. So what are your thoughts on Reborn dolls? I love them. I think they're great. You know, there's a big community out there, and they're very, very popular. And I think they're absolutely brilliant. But what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, it's been lovely speaking to you again. I hope you have a great day. Bye.